If you've never been down south, let me introduce to you a very special breed of people. The Rural Volunteer Fire Department. It is not just a fire department, it is a social club with sirens. And a bunch of men and a pole. It's your cousin, your dentist, the high school quarterback, the man who just grilled chicken for the church fundraiser. They've got one paid guy and 12 men who got up from the dinner table mid-bite because the pager went off. Half the time, they were still in bed and still beat the paid people there. Fish fries fund the truck. Facebook posts fund the rest. And if your house catches on fire, they will be there in Crocs and bunker gear. That's community. That is small town accountability. And everybody respects the pager sound. Just try and offer them some sweet tea if they show up to your burning house, if there's any left. If you're looking to start a fight at the family cookout this year, here's some ways to do it. Parking in Uncle Bobby's unmarked spot. Putting raisins in the potato salad. Bringing store-bought banana pudding. Just put your elbow into it, make it at home. It's not that hard. Not praying before the food. Bonus points if you start eating before Aunt Cheryl gets there. Saying, I don't eat meat in front of the grill. Asking who made what. Saying, I don't like mayonnaise. Well, mayonnaise is in everything, honey. Trying to throw away the empty Cool Whip container. That is Tupperware. That is prime real estate around this house. Criticizing somebody's deviled eggs. If that's not how you like them, then you should have brought your own tray. Saying anything bad about using paper plates. Those are the good plates. Especially if they're Dixie brand. Trying to go ahead and make yourself a to-go plate and putting it in the fridge before Uncle Jimmy has already had his third plate. Not letting your guest fix their plate before you fix yours. Changing the music from Meemaw's radio station. Leave it on George Strait. Just deal with it. And not taking your hat off for the blessing. So I've coached shotgun/taught shotgun shooting sports at 3 different levels. I've taught at a camp middle school level, at a high school level, and at a college level, and I've had to take a gun off the course from somebody's hands in all 3 levels. We'll go youngest to oldest, and I'll give you all the reasons. So when I was coaching at the summer camp, I had this little girl, and she was terrified. Absolutely terrified, and the goal of my job was to teach her safety, give her confidence, and just teach her to pull the trigger, okay? So I was going through all my steps. We were dry firing, we were doing this and that, and then I put the dummy shell in there, which I've done this with several kids. It's okay. So when she pulled the trigger and it went bang, she just dropped the gun. And mind you, I'm kneeling under her, basically holding the forearm of this gun up because the 20 gauge was a little heavy for her. So she dropped it. It was fine. She was terrified. So I took the gun and I walked away. She was not in any trouble. And you know what? The next day she came back out there and willingly pulled the trigger on her own and broke a target. So hers wasn't that bad. They get worse. At a high school level, God bless my children, I had a child out there with an awful attitude one day. Absolutely awful attitude. He just was not having it. And one of my biggest things when I'm coaching or teaching shotguns is your attitude matters. Because if you're in a bad mood, then you're going to disregard safety once you get to a worse mood. So as soon as he started throwing shells and catching an attitude, I walked over there, I took that shotgun out of his hands, and I kept walking.